There's this huge underlying belief in the fitness industry that if you're not in the gym 6 days a week for 2 hours at a time, you're simply not doing enough to build muscle. And I totally get why people think that, because almost everything you see online shows guys training every single day. Guys who basically live and breathe the gym and seem to never leave. But what most people forget to mention is a lot of those guys are on steroids. They can handle way more volume, way more frequency, and they can still grow from it because their bodies are just working differently. If you train naturally without steroids, you need a completely different approach. And over the last 10 years, going from a confused, overwhelmed beginner to building my dream physique, and now coaching hundreds of people, I've learned this. Muscle isn't built by just how long you are in the gym or how much you can do. It's built by the quality of the stimulus you apply and whether your body can actually recover from it. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I train legs in just 45 to 55 minutes. And if you're new here, I don't spend 2 hours a day in the gym. I don't lift 6 days per week, and I don't take steroids. This channel exists to cut through all the noise of the nonsense in fitness. My goal with every video is to help you get jacked in the simplest, most effective way possible. And today, we're going deep into my exact leg day routine. It's short, it's intense, and it builds a great natural physique. Before I get into the exercises, there's one rule I run through every time. When I walk into the gym, I'm not thinking about how many exercises I can do or how many sets or how big of a pump I can get. My main focus is how close to failure am I training? Let me explain. Training to failure means the point in an exercise where your muscles are so fatigued that you physically cannot complete another repetition or complete another repetition with good form. So no cheating, no swinging, just pure, clean work. Muscle only grows when it's challenged enough to force the body to adapt. If most of your sets end 1 to 2 reps away from failure and your recovery is proper outside of the gym, your body has no choice but to build muscle. Every single one of my workouts is built around the one idea. I cover all the key movement patterns, and I start with the heaviest weight I can lift, aiming for 1 to 2 reps away from failure. Then I lighten the weight a bit and do the same but slightly more reps, still aiming 1 to 2 reps from failure. And then I repeat that for the third set of each exercise. And then I'm done. I'm out of that exercise and moving on. So my first exercise was calves. And I put these at the start because if I wait till the end, I always skip them. After a heavy leg workout, I'm always absolutely knackered and just want to go home. I've always found that I like a combination of high reps and low reps. So starting off heavy, low reps, and then moving on to lighter, higher reps. My next exercise is squats on the Smith machine. For years, I did barbell back squat, and honestly, I think it's the king of leg exercises. But right now I'm dealing with a knee injury, and the Smith machine lets me squat heavy with zero pain. Simple rule again, heavy weight for 3 sets, aiming 1 to 2 reps from failure, hitting every single part of the leg. Right after squats, I go straight into leg extensions. This is where I can train further than failure. I'm really isolating the quads, pushing really hard, and even getting a couple of failed reps in. Now I'm on to leg press, and I see a lot of people loading up 5 plates aside, feeling like they're doing something. But most of the time, they're not even training close to failure, and it's a bit of a waste of time. Because I've already pre-fatigued my legs with the squats and the extensions, I don't need to load this up very heavy. I'm just focusing on pushing hard, full range of motion, and again, aiming for failure. Next, hamstrings. I see a lot of people neglecting these, and this just leads to injury or a weird looking leg. So when I'm doing hamstrings, I'm imagining doing a bicep curl for my legs. All I'm thinking about doing is dragging my heels up to my bum, squeezing at the top hard and getting a nice stretch at the bottom. Quick note for hamstrings, you need more than just one exercise per week in hamstrings. In my program, for me and my clients, We also do deadlifts on back day. That's a compound that's going to target the hamstrings and the legs really, really well. If someone's got poor mobility or lower back issues, I swap out conventional deadlifts for Romanians. After that, the last exercise is one of my absolute favourites, walking lunges. This one completely finishes you off. It is a great hip dominant movement, so it targets the glutes hard, but you also get an insane burn on the outside of your quads. For these, I pick a weight I can do 30 to 40 reps of total in one set, and I do that twice. But every single rep counts, so I'm pushing as hard as possible and taking them nice and slow. I'm not rushing these. So that's the full leg workout. 6 exercises, 3 sets of each, training as close to failure as possible, totaling around 45 to 55 minutes. Now think about that. Most guys are in the gym for 2 hours every single day. But honestly, most of it is just wasted time. Too much rest, too much scrolling on the phone, too much not really challenging yourself, very little actual time on the truly demanding work. So the point of this video, the key takeaway is when you are compressing your workouts, you have to cut out all that fluff. You have to make every single set count. Every single rep is done for a reason, and you have to push hard. You don't need to train 6 days a week. You don't need 2-hour sessions. You just need to make sure that your routine consists of the key movements, training to failure, being consistent with your 3 sessions per week, training to failure in each, eating enough, sleeping enough, and letting your body recover. Like always, I really appreciate you guys for being here. If this helped, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a comment, that would be sick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.